I'm in New York today, and I'm going to be asking strangers to sleep in their homes. Now, if you watch this channel, you know I actually did this once before, but we didn't really get to experience New York because we had to leave the next morning. So I want to try it one more time and see if we can experience New York through the eyes of a local. And joining me today on this adventure is my friend, Toyla.
How's it going? Do I look at you or the camera?
I should warn you though, this story does not have a happy ending. All right, so the plan is simple. Today is the day before New Year's Eve, and we have 2 days to, number one, find a stranger to let us sleep at their house tomorrow night, and number two, celebrate New Year's Eve with that stranger.
How much you pay for rent in New York? Can we stay there?
What should we ask?
I think you're the expert. You've been doing this for years, so maybe you start.
I think since this is your first time doing it, that you should start.
That's not how it works. When me and my girlfriend made love for the first time, she showed me how to do it. Isn't that how it works?
This video is sponsored by BetterHelp, but more on them later.
Okay, there's a lot of people to ask right now.
Who are we going? Are we going for like an old person? Are we going for young? What's our vibe that we're feeling?
Fun age.
What is a fun age?
It's ambiguous.
Okay, who you gonna ask?
I don't know, how fast is an irregular heartbeat?
What is it yours right now?
It's like 3,300.
It's so much harder to ask when there's so many people. How's it going? Not bad.
That was your chance.
I know.
Let me stay at your house.
What's in there?
His name's Heath. He likes you. Have a good
Lovely
one.
to meet you.
Could I ask her?
I think we should ask the dog. We would have got more lucky. He really likes me.
Dude, it has been officially an hour and we haven't asked a single person.
We got the premarital cold feet.
Okay, we need to find a local. Why are we making this so difficult?
Yeah, why?
At this point, you're probably wondering what the big deal is. Just go and ask somebody already, right? Well, I wish it was that simple. And it wasn't until I got home after filming this video that I read a book that introduced me to an idea that explained exactly what we were struggling with: the fear of better options. You see, the fear of better options is the anxiety or the hesitation that arises when making a decision based off of the belief that there's at least one better option out there waiting to be found. And if you're holding out for something better, you're gonna keep searching for it until you find it, avoiding making any decisions in the meantime. And if you struggle with this thing, it is a massive barrier for genuine connections in your life. But what we didn't know is that this is only the start of the many stages of FOBO that we were gonna experience. Now, the first stage of FOBO often starts with the overwhelming awareness of options. While we often believe that having an abundance of choices helps us make better decisions, it's actually often the opposite. Having too many choices can make it harder for you to make a satisfying decision, often leaving you overwhelmed in the process, which was exactly what was happening to us in Washington Square Park.
I know we're like over-analyzing, but I feel like sometimes you got it. Because our life's along the line.
Is this perfectionism?
I don't think so. I think this is just not wanting to talk to strangers.
Let's ask these guys.
Oh,
Come on, ask.
Oh my god.
Can I ask you guys a quick question? Yeah. Are you guys from New York?
He lives there. What are you doing for New Year's?
We're going out for dinner. Why, you want to invite us somewhere?
We're trying to find basically somebody in New York who will let us crash at their house and then spend New Year's with them.
I saw that face. You were kind of like,
Unfortunately, I got these two big guys already staying with me.
Williamsburg?
We'll say yes in Williamsburg. Guaranteed.
Oh yeah, Williamsburg definitely.
I don't think that's a bad idea because he said that they're like super open.
So we decided to take their advice and move to Brooklyn. But first, to solve the problem of the overwhelming awareness of options, we decided to come up with our ideal person that we were looking for. So that way we had a clear direction that we could go in. I want like a New York, New York.
They'd have that kind of like, yo, what you doing?
I'm walking
Come
here.
on, I'm walking here. Where's the pizza?
Say, hey, you want a piece of pizza? And then we're like, yeah, man, can we also stay at your house? No.
You turned British.
I know. I don't know how it happened.
Wow. This is a very different vibe than downtown New York.
It really is.
Can I ask you a quick question? What we're trying to do tonight is find a local who will let us stay with them and then enjoy a New Year's celebration with them and their family.
Yeah.
Where are we gonna find like some like New Yorker?
You want to find like Italian American?
Yeah.
I would probably want to go to like deeper Brooklyn, like Bay Ridge.
Where would we meet some locals here? You know, like a local New Yorker? Where do like say like New Yorkers?
We're right here, right?
Perfect area. You just gotta like literally go up and down this strip.
You think we'll find somebody?
Hell yeah.
Do we need to go for an Italian like New Yorker? I mean, I feel like we're in New York.
Yeah, this rich history.
Now we thought that having our ideal person would give us clarity, but instead we just started to chase perfection. But the pursuit of perfection often ends up in you just missing out on other great opportunities. And in our case, we could have asked any of the nice people that we met. And we even had one of the guys from the pizza shop actually offer us his place to stay. But since he didn't fit that exact character archetype that we had in our heads, we kept searching.
Where's some local spots, dude?
It's like when you have an expectation of how it's gonna go, then it cuts off every other opportunity. But how do you let go and just see what can happen? Because the whole point of this is having it being spontaneous. But then you want it to go well because you want it to be not only a good experience, but a good video.
You gotta somehow turn off the voice in our heads.
I don't know how to do that.
Just
Should we go to Queens? We're jumping around area to area right now, but like, who asked this guy here? He seems kind of like a local.
You think?
I don't know. I think we're getting a little bit too specific here. The main goal, can we experience New Year's with them? And can we stay at a stranger's house?
I think that we need to start with that. What are you doing New Year's? Like,
We just need to talk to people.
Yeah,
Where can we just sit and talk to somebody?
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Should we get into like one of those battles? Like, oh, which way? Oh, what are you doing? You go left, I go right. No, wait, why don't we go left together? I don't know. It's like these own internal outcomes that haven't even happened. And I'm like, oh, it's just going to be a no, you know?
It's all a mindset thing, and our minds are stuck for some reason. As the night went on, time was running out and the pressure to make a decision was getting even stronger. But so did our fear of making the wrong choice and missing out on the opportunity to find that perfect family. It felt as if we were driving with our foot on the gas pedal, wanting to move forward, but then simultaneously having our foot on the brake and holding ourselves back. But the problem is, if you sit long enough in Phobo, you're eventually gonna reach the worst stage. At this point, it was like a giant wave of stress and anxiety crashing down on us. The pressure to make a decision left us paralyzed, consumed by the fear that everything was about to fall apart. What started out as an exciting adventure to connect with somebody new turned into a complete nightmare. Second-guessing every step, doubting every decision, it felt like we were drowning in uncertainty. But that's the thing about Phobo. At its core, it robs you of the joy of living in the moment and experiencing life fully. So how do you actually get over this thing then? Well, I was too in deep to figure it out on my own, so I ended up calling up my therapist to see if I could go through some of the anxiety with him.
We've spoken to a bunch of people. All of them we would have been confident to have a good time with, but it was always like in the back of Brad's head, like, will this make the right story?
How much of that is in your head and you prejudging these human beings? And what is the story and lesson that you're learning being able to give somebody a chance without prejudging them?
I know what a good connection could be. Asking anybody, it makes it easier to get a yes, but is it as enriching of a story as it could be of like having like a dope like Italian family? It's like, did we get some random guy in Compton, or do we get the family of 10 with the perfect grandma who's hitting on the White House chef? You know what I mean? It's like, it's...
So here's the thing, man. If you look at these people as human mirrors of the energy that you bring to the conversation. If you feel like you're not getting it from them, check yourself first. What am I putting out? Am I putting it out that like I am excited and I am thankful? Because if you start saying no, of course somebody's going to not be the story that you want. New York is the melting pot of the world. Everyone has their own story. Like, it's a quest for you to find acceptance rather than trying to make sure everything is perfect.
There's a passage in this book here that I think really captures what my therapist was trying to explain to me. I'm going to paraphrase it a little bit. There's no possibility for a connection to be truly fulfilling unless you're willing to accept a connection with all of its imperfections. The problem isn't your partner's flaws, it's that you're noticing all the ways that your partner doesn't live up to the world of your fantasy. You see, I was so focused on finding the perfect person that I was using someone else to relieve my own anxiety about my future, treating that connection as a means to my imagined future sense of security and peace of mind where I didn't have to worry about failure. Now, I wasn't planning on having a sponsor for this video, but when BetterHelp reached out, I thought that they were the perfect fit because I genuinely believe that everyone can benefit from some level of therapy in their life. And BetterHelp is online therapy made easy. It lets you have your sessions as a phone call, video chat, or even messaging. You can sign up online and they'll match you with one of the 30,000 licensed therapists in their network based off of your preferences and needs. And if you don't think that you and your therapist are a good match, you can just switch your therapist with a click of a button. Like for me, I personally don't really want to just talk about my feelings. I wanted to find somebody that, number one, could help me understand what I was going through on a deeper level, and number two, help me find the solutions and action steps that I can take to actually improve my situation. And with BetterHelp, you can schedule any of your sessions to whatever time is convenient to you. So if you think that talking to somebody would help you in an area of your life, I think that BetterHelp is a great place to look. You can sign up using the link in my description for 10% off your first month. And now, let's get to the game plan. Tomorrow is New Year's Eve. We start fresh in the morning, letting go of our ideal perfect person, and whoever ends up saying yes, we go with it and explore that new connection.
All right.
Round two.
On the road again.
Wish us luck, Beck. We're trying to find a stranger in New York that we can sleep at their house tonight. You think we're gonna find somebody?
Stranger?
Yeah, a local New Yorker.
I'm also a stranger over here.
Can we sleep at your house tonight? I'll take that as a no, right?
Yeah.
Instead of wasting time bouncing around to different areas of New York again, we picked a random area in Manhattan and forced ourselves to commit to it for the day.
Do you guys live in this area?
Yeah.
We're trying to find a local who will let us sleep at their house tonight and spend New Year's Eve with them.
I've already claimed their couch, so don't.
How's it going? Are you doing anything fun for New Year's?
Yeah. What do you guys do?
Funny that you asked. We're trying to find a stranger who would let us crash at their house and basically spend New Year's with them.
God, I wish I knew a party that you could crash. If I was having one, I'd tell you to come up.
Tyler was feeling pretty confident that he could find somebody if we went into a bar. So we stopped into the next one we saw, and that's when we met these guys.
Do you boys want to come out tonight and let's just like figure out what we can do? Think about it. New Year's Eve is always a letdown, right? Like every year it's this pedestal and then it becomes letdown. Tonight could be the greatest New Year's Eve of our lives if we just go and let it happen, right? Like all due respect.
I don't think it's gonna
With all due respect.
But just as we were about to leave, Cam's friend came over and threw him right under the bus.
Cam has a very nice couch, though.
How quickly can you put one of those down?
How quickly can you fill this up?
If I can beat you, we're staying at yours.
He's a ringer. He's a ringer. Don't do it.
My man.
Give me 2 seconds.
What's going on?
I'm gonna try and beat Cameron in a chug off to win a couch.
Alright. Ready?
Well, unfortunately, we didn't notice in the moment that Cam was pouring half of his beer all over himself. But hey, a bet's a bet, and we moved on to take a break and grab a slice of New York pizza when all of a sudden, a mysterious man came into the shop.
You look like you're going to a New Year's party tonight.
Holy.
What's that?
It's a cocktail bar right here. We're hosting New Year's Eve. I want second you guys are done here, come in for a cocktail. All right, it's on me.
Really?
Oh, really?
What's your name?
For reasons that we'll explain later, we're going to refer to this man as Steve.
Tyler.
Brad.
Brad.
Nice to meet
See
you.
you guys in a second.
Okay, yeah, we're coming.
What's up, guys?
Hello.
Okay.
How we doing?
That was quick. You guys need any help?
A few minutes. No, we're chilling.
Okay.
He's like suave, like
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
He's the guy.
While we were waiting for him to finish up, we ended up meeting a really nice lady outside, and when Steve came back, he was even nice enough to invite her and her dog to come and join us for a drink as well.
Yeah, let's do it. Come here, you little cool guy.
You little cool guy.
Oh my god. Jesus.
Here's I'm letting my friend take a look.
Okay.
Are you letting them stay in your house?
Well, we haven't even told him yet.
No, I actually just met these gentlemen.
Yeah, we just met.
We basically are trying to find a New Yorker. Let us stay at their house tonight, and then we're going to celebrate New Year's with that stranger. You're obviously working tonight.
No, well, we wrap at 2, so you guys are welcome. Plenty of space. I live on the 25th floor, nice apartment.
You'd be open having the two of us come and stay here?
Why not? You guys seem pretty chill.
Things were looking pretty promising here, but there was a slight problem. If we stay with Steve tonight, it would change our goal of spending New Year's Eve with a stranger since he would be working tonight. So we decided to come up with a plan B.
Do you work tomorrow?
I'm actually off tomorrow.
Would you be willing to spend...
To whatever question you're gonna...
Really?
Don't even ask me it. That's actually creates the more, like, snazziness to it.
Want to hang out, but then we want to spend like some time together.
Let's do it. We'll hop on a city bike. We'll hit all the neighborhoods, Little Italy, Chinatown, Lower East Side, and then we'll hit Central Park. We might even hit the History Museum if they're open. We can even go next door, have
brunching, and then we can hit Penn Station, we can hit Grand Central Terminal.
That's the most amazing start to a year I probably will ever have.
It'll be a good time. I absolutely, yes, to your question.
Well, it looks like we achieved our goal of finding a stranger to sleep at their house tonight. With a slight change of plans, instead of celebrating New Year's Eve with Steve, we're going to be spending the day hanging out with him tomorrow. So, with our night finally secured, it was time to enjoy ourselves. Now at this point you're probably wondering, I thought this story doesn't have a happy ending. Well, let me explain. Once it hit 2 a.m., the bar had closed, and Steve asked us politely to leave, which is totally fair, but something in his demeanor seemed to change in that moment. So when they finished cleaning, we told Steve, hey man, like if you're too tired and you want to bail, like we totally understand. And he said no, not at all, and that we were gonna go have some drinks with his friends. But something just still didn't feel right about the situation.
Going with the crew?
Yeah, we're following the staff.
Are you guys coming?
Yeah, we're coming. Yeah, you're gonna. You guys are the.
We're staying with
He told me about you guys before, and then
no way.
you guys are gonna be hanging out with him.
Yeah. And now I'm hanging out with you guys.
Now we're hanging out.
At this point, it was almost 4 o'clock in the morning and we were pretty tired and hungry, so we decided to join one of the staff members for a quick bite to eat while Steve kept drinking. But when we went to leave, we noticed that Steve was nowhere to be found.
Okay, we gotta get this out.
The unimaginable has happened.
We've
been-
ourselves out of the grave to get here.
It's 4 o'clock in the morning, and we've been bamboozled.
Oh my god. He was the magic man. It's happened. He left us.
They really did.
He sold us the dream.
Welcome to New York.
Well, we are officially homeless for the night.
This night was like this. We got up here, and then 2024. We started the year on an absolute low.
In the end, we don't know exactly what happened and why he left. And honestly, it could have just been a simple misunderstanding, which is why we blurred his face. So please, guys, do not go try to find this guy and shame him. It's honestly not a big deal. Now, the easy thing for me to do would be just to go out and film this video again and pretend that none of this happened at all. But I think the real challenge for me is to embrace letting go of perfection and post this video as a fail. So that's what I'm doing. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you next episode.